So all of this was just a prank?
Just a prank? Just a prank? The Daedric Lord of Debauchery does not deal in mere pranks. This may have begun as a minor amusement, but it wasn't long before I realized you'd make a more interesting bearer of my not-quite-holy staff.
Okay, why did you choose me?
Let's be honest here. I don't always think my decisions through, but you're going places. Maybe a little influence from your old Uncle Sanguine could help adjust your course a bit.
Thanks, I guess.
My pleasure. But I think it's time for you to go. No fun keeping you locked up in here with the staff.
Wow.
You want anything? Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Okay, so apparently that whole quest... Yeah, that whole quest was really a series of events orchestrated by the Daedric Prince of Debauchery, Sanguine. And apparently we entertained him enough that he rewarded us with his staff. The Sanguine Rose. Here we go. Look at that. That's a interesting piece of equipment. I bet that looks cool in third person too. And what does it do? Let's see. Summons a Dremora for 60 seconds. Wow. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I kill the Dremora, if I can loot a heart from it. And use that for crafting. Or not. For selling. Or not. Okay. Wow. Okay, so, interesting. And all the stuff, all the items we gathered in the holy water I was worried about didn't matter at all. So I'm a little bemused, a little befuddled. I guess you could say I'm a little hungover for that quest, but we've been rewarded with the Sanguine Rose. So let's travel back to Winterhold now. Drop off our new items and consider where we stand. And what our next steps will be. Okay, so let me dump off some stuff here. Didn't I? Oh, finally, I can finally get rid of... Oh, wait a minute. Books don't go there. Okay. Yeah, okay. Book safe. Here we go. Okay, so we need to let's see where we are with our skills. Destruction's at 88. So we got one skill up so far at this level. I think it was at 87 last time. We need to go work on that destruction skill. So we need to get into some kind of trouble. So let's take a look at what we can do here. Let's save the game and then we'll look at the miscellaneous quests here. Okay, we can return to Klimek. Let's do that. See if that leads to anything. Where's he? In Ivarstead? Okay, let's fast travel there. Get it out of the way. If not, we can. We have plenty of other quests we can do. Now, Varstead, of course, the village we came to on our first path up High Hrothgar to visit with the Greybeards.
I wish I could make my deliveries more often, but the road's getting dangerous.
So,
good to see you again. How'd that delivery go?
I delivered the supplies to High Hrothgar.
Quite a climb, wasn't it? Anyway, much appreciated. Here, take this for your troubles.
Okay, I guess. Wow, 1250. That's nice.
Thanks again for the legwork.
I guess that's all that is. So let's figure out what else we can do. Forbidden Legend. Yeah, I've been putting this off for a while. Let's see if there's anything we can take. Aha. Okay. Right. We should talk to. Probably we should talk to the librarian. Maybe if we have it equipped, or maybe if we have that quest equipped, then the dialogue option becomes available.
I'm quite pleased. Certainly nothing illicit going on here, Archer. I'll be quite sure of that.
Where's... Why did it make me do that? Aha, okay. There's something or someone? Oh, there's a book. Interesting. Lost Legends. Okay. Lost Legends of Skyrim by Tsalgar the Elder, Archivist of Winterhold. The history of Skyrim is vast, predating even the most ancient records of man and mare. Much has been lost, fallen to the ravages of war or the turning of the ages. But nothing is ever truly forgotten. Where no records exist, legends and folk tales offer us a key to the past, a way to piece together truths half remembered in the minds of men. For generations, the people of Morthal have told whispered tales of the Pale Lady, a ghostly woman who wanders the northern marshes, forever seeking her lost daughter. Some say she steals children who wander astray, others that her sobbing wail strikes dead all those who hear it. But behind these tales may lie a kernel of truth. For ancient records speak of Omriel, a mysterious figure of Isigramor's heirs battled for decades and finally sealed away. Okay, so that's this is a book about various legends, but I'm not interested in all of them. Not interested about Red Eagle. Here we go. Let me skip Red Eagle. Some tales prove far harder to analyze. Among scholars, perhaps the best known is the forbidden legend of the Archmage Galder. This is what we're interested in. Because the original fragment that we found was on somebody or other Galderson way back in Sarthal at the beginning of the College of Winterhold questline. So Galder is obviously Galderson's father. In the dawning days of the First Era, the story goes, there lived a powerful wizard by the name of Galder. Wise and just, he was well known in the courts of King Harold and the Jarls of Skyrim, and his aid and counsel were sought by men and mare alike. And then he was murdered. Some say one of his sons killed him, others that King Harold, jealous of his power, gave the order. But Galder's 3 sons fled into the night, pursued by a company of Harold's best warriors and the Lord Garamond, the king's personal battle mage. A great chase ensued from the wilds of the Reach to the glacial north. One brother is said to have perished in the ruins of Folgenthur at the Foot of Solitude. The others were run to ground soon thereafter. And once it was done, King Harold ordered every record of their murders destroyed, and Galder's name and deeds were struck from the rolls of history. Even today few sources remain, and no bard will tell the tale. But perhaps the truth yet remains in some ancient ruin, waiting to be unearthed. For nothing is ever truly forgotten. Okay, so it looks like we need to go to Folgenthur. The Arcanium provides knowledge to those who seek. Let's go to Okay. Forbidden Legend. Long ago, the Archmage Galder was murdered and his 3 sons were hunted down by King Harold's personal battle mage. The entire incident was covered up, their names struck from every record, but the legend survived. Perhaps someone still knows the truth of this ancient tale. Okay, so is that going to highlight Fulgur? What is it? Fulgenther. Okay, it's in the middle of another one of these like hot spring dealies. So let's go to Fort Snowhawk and travel northeast to Fulgenther. Oh, and apparently there's a standing stone over here that we've missed as well, so we'll pick that up on the way. Okay, let's head out. Wow. Okay. The Apprentice Stone. Those under the sign of the Apprentice recover magicka faster, but are more susceptible to magicka damage. We only have 1 blessing at a time. Now, I still need the Mage Stone. I still have that, right? Yeah, the Mage Stone. Magic skills improve 20% faster. Remember, the overarching goal here, or the side goal, I guess, besides like completing all these quests and enjoying the content, is mainly to get destruction to 100, so that we can check out what the master spell looks like. And then I'll feel comfortable, I think, bringing the game to an end and completing the main storyline. But I want to have at least 1 master spell available for that final battle, whatever it might be. Here we are at the Foot of Solitude, closing in on the entrance to this place. Huh. What is this? Danis Valen's journal. There's an abandoned campsite here. And the quest wants me to read this journal. That's interesting. Let's see what it says. 18th of Morningstar, 4th Era 201. How long has it been since I first heard the Galder legend? 80 years? 100? Okay, so we're talking about an elf here. I can think of nothing else now. My goal is at hand. After years of searching, I finally traced the ivory claw to a collector in Bravo. His death was necessary, but I have it. At last I have it. Okay, so we're probably going to need an ivory claw to get somewhere inside this place. 22nd of Morningstar. 3 days of non-stop riding. I reached Anvil ahead of my pursuers. Took passage on the Ice Runner, bound for Solitude once more. 29th. The other passengers are becoming suspicious. Returning from dinner, I caught one brute rooting around in my quarters. He almost found the claw. Had the captain not intervened, I would have flayed him alive. I hope to spend the voyage sequestered in my room, reviewing my notes and preparing spells, but I need to deflect some attention from myself. I'll have to mingle, pretend to be just another petty mage. For now. 2nd of Sun's Dawn. The brute claims to be an adventurer, off to seek his fortune in the ruins of Skyrim with his companions. Perhaps I can turn this to my advantage, use them as fodder for the traps and Draugr within the tombs. I could see the greed in his eyes. Yes, that should work. 3 weeks to Solitude, the captain says. If I have to suffer these fools longer than that, I'll swim. 27th of Sun's Dawn. With the brute and his companions in tow, I led our band across the marsh to Fulgenther, where we made camp for the night. Little has changed since my first expedition 10 years ago, but this time I have the claw, and I will have the amulet. I spent all night preparing a synopsis of my notes in case some fragment of the tale or piece of ancient lore may be needed to bypass the wards within the tomb. Then I cast all my books and scrolls into the fire and reduced my life's work to ashes. At long last, today is the day of reckoning. If I cannot have the amulet, no one will. Okay. So today is the 8th of Morningstar, so it's been a while since that last journal entry was written. I presume that the scholar or the mage, whoever it was that went in with this band of adventurers, who no